Hello, ceaseless challengers. This is Crimson, and you are watching some Dark Souls. Now we're picking up where we left off after defeating Nito and running around and collecting a few things, and now we're in front of Dark Sun Gwyndolin. And after we joined her covenant, we're just gonna do this. You know, that's fine, right? I just want to see the god that I'm worshipping.
Why would a blade of the dark moon trespasseth upon the great lord's tomb?
Different dialogue, by the way, depending on your covenant.
Mark the words of myself, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
So this particular boss has a weird story about being a man and a lady, and has a very long hallway. So this boss is a little tricky, and using range against it is very difficult. Usually you just want to run down, depending on what attack is how close you want to get. That's a very difficult one to avoid. Okay, now it's going to be arrows again, which you can run towards her while she fires. And do arrows again, please. Yes! Alright, I'm going to get some good hits off. Just a few. And she'll teleport away when you get close. That's the one you want to be extra careful to avoid, as multiples of those can hit you and really do a lot of damage. The arrows are easy to avoid as long as you zig and zag. And she also does that, which goes through walls, that you want to be careful of. But you get her to do some nice arrows on you, and you can just run up to her and hit her. Yeah. By the way, if you look this particular character up on the wiki, you will learn very odd things about its gender and origin. This is a very, very weird fight person thing. It's something like it's a boy, pretending it's not a boy. Because, ow. I want to make sure you have your camera turned towards the boss at most of the time, in case it changes attacks to one that goes through walls at you. By the way, that was home, and it will shred you to pieces. Glad I got to demonstrate that. Hey, I'm not human anymore, so I don't gotta worry about being invaded. That was my plan all along. Of course it was. Why wouldn't it be? And this was the last bonfire we rested at. But we can still go to the Dark Moon Tomb. And be right there. Yeah. We can run right back to our boss fight. Or we're not going to let ourselves die. I am actually going to switch my weapons. If I recall correctly, this one will result in getting more damage off. The nature of this fight. And you get to see this lovely effect every time. Although your souls actually do get teleported way down there if you do die. So you may want to make sure you're nice and empty before you start this fight. Now, another way you can get past these homing ones is by rolling well. That's very dangerous. This is particularly difficult when she's spamming her homing projectiles. Baby. Alright. And you just get her to do that, or him. Okay, I was getting about 300. Yeah, getting a lot more damage in with a quicker weapon. So don't be afraid to change weapons mid-boss fight, depending on the style that the boss fight requires. It can really help you out. Ow. Arrow is easily blockable. As you can tell, he starts to do his teleport away, even if you get close. You don't even actually have to hit him. Her. It. The boss. And its snake leg tentacles with its sunlight maggot on its head. You can get that one extra cheeky little hit off. And hey, my souls! Cool. It's the piercing beam isn't that hard to avoid unless you're dodging something else, and does it right after your drink, flask eater. do the arrow thing, please? Arrows, please. So you can get about one away. One little pillar thing. And then she will teleport away.
Swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
And we'll say goodbye to our infinite hallway. And you get your soul of Gwyndolin, used for making the Dark Moon Catalyst or the Dark Moon Bow. Dark Moon Bow is quite useful for doing ranged magic damage with the bow type weapon. And not only that, we get to raid the Tomb of Gwyn, which is quite large. Quite large. Big chairs too. Flowers. How sweet. So that's where you get Sunlight Blade. Which oddly isn't from the Sunlight Covenant. Didn't hit that. You also get the Brass Gear, which if you recognize is from the Firekeeper. Yeah, right at the start of Anne Orlando. Way up here. Not sure why it's all the way up there, but... Armor of the Glorious, alright. Fender Man's armor. Nice and clinky. Again, not the best stats, but, well, you've already got some of the best, but, I don't know. How much poise you want to get for your weight. You can tell by comparison here. Havel's 47 poise for the chest, and 20, 16, not a whole lot. Not a lot. But, if it looks good, it'll look good. No harm in that. Kinda got like a fish fin blade, making the chainmail noise. Now this chest, this silly chest, that's always empty. I don't understand it. Just weird. I'd break your chair, Gwyn. He's gonna raid your tomb. Greater loot of the tomb than the miracle was the soul of its guardian. But now that we've killed Gwyn, and got this lovely brass armor that makes us run slow. Yeah, so much weight. And we can no longer, although check, our covenant now says none. Unlike with Nito, where we killed him and our covenant was still a Gravelord servant. Odd. One might say. Okay, so let's get in some real armor. That's not weighing us down so much. Have his legs. Actually, I think we had something light here. Good old gold hemmed gear, carrying through games. Okay, so... then endurance, why not? Even 78. So let's go to... where was it I wanted to go, if I can remember it? Undead Parish, that's right. Because I've cleaned out pretty much everything here. All that's left to worry about is my upgrades before I completely slaughter this area. Which I think I'll nab a few. There's another item, or quite a few items actually I forgot in this area, or left in this area, that I'm going to come back and retrieve. I can remember how to get to all of them at least. That was a lot of big noises. Well, one of the things that's quite particular about this area is that there is a lot of demon Titanite that you get from slaying these fellows. Ow. And having Snake survive by jumping on your head. Oh, Snake that followed me in. So you can get some plunging damage in on that one right there. Who isn't quite as bulky as the one way back there in Lost Isolith. It was quite frustrating to fight. I hate him so much. So much I don't like that enemy. That one particular enemy. He's just has so much health and does so much damage. Why does he exist? So let's check our weight right now. We could probably get another 8 weight. 9. Yeah, 9. A little less than 9. 8.75. 0.5 or something. Whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to look at Havel's. I'm going from 1 to 11, so that's a no. Smos. Is that it? No, 0.7 over. 0.7. 0.7. Can I lose 0.7? I can. Alright, now I'm in 3 pieces of Havel. There we go. Styling. Sporting my 3 pieces of Havels. It's, I got that extra weight from increasing my endurance and because I'm using the Fury Sword right now and not my normal Great Sword. Another thing about curved weapons is they don't really worry about the stability and getting knocked back from swords, so keep that in mind when choosing your weapon. Make sure you give the Eastern weapons a try, even if they're not your favorite. So this really hurts falling, by the way. Oh, right, I should really equip the Rusted Iron Ring down here, because this goop... You notice these guys don't do a whole lot of damage either. It'd take quite a bit. With the Rusted Iron Ring, you'd be slow in this goop down here. Rusted Iron Ring will get past that. And each of these lovely fellows will be dropping Demon Titanite for us. Not only that, but there's that loot up there that we'll be getting, because that's a very special ring I like. And combine that with the Symbol of Avarice to make sure we get a few key pieces of gear. Having a nice quick weapon giving us multiple hits for a very long stamina bar. And the stamina regeneration of the Grass Crest Shield makes this a pretty easy set of guys to kill. Oh, and we got his weapon. And the Scythe is here. Now again, we already had the Great Scythe, but now that's the Scythe and the Great Scythe, so let's check this one out. EC 1412, Strength Dex, not a whole lot of physical. Halberd with a large blade. Scythe adjusted for battle. Designed especially for slicing. However, one false swing leaves one wide open. Here it is, the Scythe. I'm not sure this is accurately called a Scythe, but the game calls it a Scythe. And has the same spinny swings. Not quite the Life Hunt Scythe that we get from using Precision, but here's the Titanite Catch Bowl, which has DDD scaling with 1614 and no magic or faith requirement, even though there's magic damage, which is quite nice. It's a Halberd type weapon of the Titanite Demon, a faceless stone monster born from Titanite slab. One of the enchanted weapons, perhaps from residual power of the Titanite slab. Known for its leaping attack, which comes smashing down on foes from above. That's the leaping attack. And here's the two-handed leaping attack. It's not quite as fancy as those guys are with it. It's still the same clunky slamming it down as you could expect from any halberd weapon. How much extra weight do I have right now? Can I level up to Havel? I think I can, actually. 38.9, so that'd be 70... Yep, 77.8. Wow, I'm good. I am good at games. So this guy, you want to get him to head a little bit down here. If you can tell, that guy in the back will start shooting lightning at you. And you want to be careful about diving in towards his body, not away, because he'll do contact damage to you. But luckily, I have a good amount of poise in my 3 pieces of Havel. These two on this side of the area are a bit tougher than the rest of them. So keep that in mind. And still, if you can kill those other 2, oh god, I got him. I should be able to finish your time. Hopefully. There we go. Not Demon Titanite from me. Gonna jump at me. Not gonna give you the time. Aha! Time to slay me some of these guys. So again, I definitely do not recommend heading down here and killing these guys out when you're at the appropriate level for Sen's Fortress, as they are quite tough. But they do have Demon Titanite, which will let you upgrade boss soul weapons. So they're definitely worth killing. Beware of their stabby, grabby attacks, though. That can do a lot of damage, because he'll hold you up in the air and shock you. Did you die already? You're like right on the edge. There you go. And more Demon Titanite for me. So I believe that's 4 extra pieces. It's quite nice. think that'll get my Greatsword Artorias to +4. Because it's the typical, hey! Hey, you! I'll punch you so hard. You get back there. You saw that snake climbing up here. He needs to get punched. Snake? Snake! Snake! Well, if you want to fight... Oh, come on. Where are you going, guy? How far are you going to run away from me? Thank you. Attack me like a man. You shish kebab, you. Okay, so there's the gold covetous ring that I definitely want to get. Not sure which appropriate shortcut to take, though. But we'll run through the... Well, I don't want to run through that way, because that's going to put me directly in front of the boulder with its lovely triggers. So we'll take the shortcut we unlocked. That hardly ever gets used. And this place becomes just a shortcut for rolling around Sen's Fortress. If that's what you'd like to do. You could check the boulder armor if you want to buy it from the vendor. Sliding over that jump. We could jump across and kill that guy for no reason. Let's make the boulder stop if you want. As long as the fire thrower is not throwing fire, we're okay. What we want to look for is some of these shortcuts that involve going through those holes in the wall that we saw before. Like this one here. Ah! Oops. No, this is the right... Wow. Yeah, this is right. This is right. This is right. If I say it enough. Yes, okay. So by taking that little shortcut, you go down here. You'll notice that there's another hole to come in from over there. Which involves the, I believe the elevator hole, maybe? Or... Well, there's another pathway down here, I'll say. So this one is a bit tricky. It has this item that I want so badly. Not that one, actually. This one's a neat one, though. The Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring. Wearer produces no sound whatsoever. So meaning, if I say equip a golem armor that would clunk, I don't clank around anymore. I believe it's more of a PvP item, and that the enemies will still detect you easily. But, I mean, how nice is it to be able to walk around without those annoying footsteps? Okay, so let's get our nice light armor on. It still produce no light footsteps. It's like I'm not even running around at all. And I still have some more items to get now. While I'm being tased. You know what? I'm just gonna go down here. So I want to get that, which is my ring. Not my ring, it's just hovering right there. A ring. I want to have you, so rare items drop better for me. The gold covetous ring will get you. I'll get you good. You may have to do some silly jumps to do it. But I have all these flasks, so why bother? You know, even rolling sounds. Get actually a little bit. Oh no, nothing. You don't hear a thing. You know what, lightning snake? You can have your fun. I'm not even gonna spend time with you. Alright, so this is the same one I fell down last time? Or is it? Are you the right hole? It's hard to tell. At these. Well, why does it have to be so confusing? Okay, it looks like you're not the one. You are the one I just went into. We thought that they'd put so much effort in making such a elaborate fortress. So the place I want to go is down one of these. Which one am I actually looking for? To get the last of the special loot? Is it you? Aha. Aha? Not aha. So that takes me up. No, it is at the bottom of one of these. But I think I have to outrun a boulder? There is quite a trick to getting it. Okay, that's back. Wait a minute, did I just switch the direction? I sure did. Well, that's lovely for me. Down here? Out down here? Okay, that's the other entrance to that area I didn't want to go. I could have gone again. The way down, illusionary walls. I will get this ring. I spent this entire episode just for a ring. It better be worth. It better be worth. Okay, there's the elevator. There's that room below. Not where I want to be. And you shouldn't be going this way. But you aren't. So it has to be... I have to outrace it down that path, because this one's just here. Yep. Okay. Me and Boulder are going for a race. Ready, Boulder? It's on. Gonna fall already? Punk. Yeah, you slow, Boulder. There we are. So you notice that when the boulder's down here, this path is busted open. Hidden path ahead. So you want to be careful. Wait for it to pass you again before crawling across. And here, you grab your covetous gold serpent ring. That I spent a lot of time doing. So this ring boosts item discovery. So you combine that with the symbol of avarice. I don't want to live anymore. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. And my hat is off to you.